Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. A 31-year-old man has died in a collision at Montrose. GDF ranks have been remanded on a narcotics charge, and a raid has led to the discovery of firearms and ammunition. A man has been arrested in Linden with 55.5 pounds of narcotics, and another man has been arrested for taking the life of a female sex worker. 50 ranks have successfully completed a CID course. Rickford Burke hints at a defamation lawsuit against Guyanese critics. Alika Persad finishes fourth in the 100-meter freestyle heat. The PNC has labeled the AFC's 2 a.m. curfew proposal as inadequate for addressing road accidents, while the AFC is calling for an independent investigation into corruption allegations in the Guyana police force. A wanted bulletin has been issued for Nicholas Johnson in connection with a murder. Stay tuned for the details of these stories. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Wanted bulletin issued for Nicholas Johnson for murder. The Guyana Police Force, GPF, has issued a wanted bulletin for 24-year-old Nicholas Johnson, also known as Suga, from number 51 Village, Quarantine, Burbus, for the murder of Colane Tony, 31, who was stabbed to death 2 Tuesdays ago. It was reported that the incident took place after Tony confronted Johnson about payment for a cell phone he had sold him. This reportedly angered the suspect, who whipped out a weapon and stabbed Tony multiple times, including the fatal blow to his chest. Tony was taken to the Skeldon Hospital and, despite efforts to transfer him to the New Amsterdam Hospital, he succumbed to his injuries. Police are asking anyone with information that may lead to the arrest of Nicholas Johnson to contact them at telephone numbers 2320313, 2292219, 2258196, 2256976, or the nearest police station. PNC deems AFC's 2 a.m. curfew proposal inadequate for addressing road accidents. The People's National Congress, PNC, has responded critically to the Alliance for Change's, AFC, recent call for reintroducing the 2 a.m. curfew as a means to reduce road accidents. In a statement released on Tuesday, the PNC described the AFC's proposal as inadequate and lacking empirical data or statistical analysis to support its effectiveness. The PNCR has noted media reports that quote the AFC, in the person of its former leader Kemraj Ramjatan, as saying that the 2 a.m. curfew should be reinstated as a measure to reduce road accidents and fatalities. Without any empirical data or statistical analysis, the PNCR cannot support the AFC's proposal, the statement read. Furthermore, the PNC emphasized that resolving the road accident crisis requires a holistic and data-driven approach with continuous monitoring, rather than relying on a single measure such as a curfew. Last Friday, AFC's former leader and past Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramjatan called for the 2 a.m. curfew to be reinstated, arguing it would help prevent road fatalities. The AFC advises that the 2 a.m. curfew, which was in place under the coalition government, be reinstituted. It would have avoided so many deaths on our roads, Ramjatan stated. However, the curfew has faced criticism in the past, especially during holiday periods when it was often relaxed, thereby undermining its goal of reducing drunk driving and road fatalities. Additionally, the curfew was widely criticized for being anti-business. Alika Persad finishes fourth in 100-meter freestyle heat. On Tuesday morning, Guyana's Alika Persad competed in her second Olympic Games, finishing fourth in her 100-meter freestyle heat in Paris. The 18-year-old clocked a time of 1 minute and 1.29 seconds but did not progress to the semifinals. Persad holds the record as the first local female swimmer to go below the 1-minute mark in the short course, 25 m, with a best time of 59.70 seconds. In the long course, 50 m, her best time is 1 minute and 0.67 seconds. Up next for Guyana are track and field athletes Emmanuel Archibald and Aaliyah Abrams. Rickford Burke hints at filing defamation lawsuit against Guyanese critics. In a social media post he quoted, "I just instructed my attorney, Mr. UC Anderson, in file another defamation lawsuit against Mikhail Rodriguez, aka Guyanese critic. This will be the fourth lawsuit this year, for a combined total of $200 million. Somehow he has been misled to believe that I have to be in Guyana to sue him. We will see about that. Keep slandering me. I am happy to drive you into bankruptcy and a further state of craziness. Will this be business as usual? Let us know what you think in the comments section. Man arrested for taking the life of female sex worker. A 25-year-old man has been arrested in connection with the murder of Mira Carmen Rodriguez Serrano, a 26-year-old female sex worker from Santa Elena de Ver, Venezuela, and Quartzstone Back Dam, Cuyuni River. Serrano was found dead on Monday after being strangled by the suspect. The incident occurred at Quartzstone Landing in Region No. 7. Investigations revealed that around 02:00 HRS on Monday, the victim, the suspect, and others were drinking and partying at a shop in Quartzstone Landing. The suspect and Serrano left the shop and went to Serrano's room, where they agreed on a payment for sex. However, they did not engage in intercourse at that time and returned to the shop to continue drinking. At about 03:00 HRS, the shop owner, who also owns the living quarters, Tsaimu, where Serrano resided, saw the suspect and Serrano leave the shop and enter her room. Hearing noises from the room, he assumed they were having sex and went to bed. Shortly after, he heard the door open and someone leaving. When he checked, he found Serrano lying on the floor, unconscious but still dressed in a white top. He locked the door with her inside and went back to bed. At around 07:30 HRS, the shop owner checked on Serrano again and found her in the same state, still unconscious. He alerted others and reported the matter to the police. Serrano died while being transported to the Quartzstone waterfront for medical attention. Police arrested the suspect at about 19:00 HRS on Monday. During interrogation, the suspect admitted to having sex with Serrano and then attempting to have sex again without paying. When Serrano resisted and bit him several times, he strangled her, forcefully had sex with her, and then left her unconscious on the floor. The suspect is currently in police custody, assisting with the ongoing investigation. Man arrested with 55.5 pounds of cannabis in Linden. At about 1 o'clock HRS on Monday, 2 police officers on mobile patrol duties in the vicinity of Vismar Bridge in Linden arrested a man in possession of 55.5 pounds of suspected cannabis. The police observed 3 unidentified males on 2 unmarked XR motorcycles heading west on the Vismar Bridge. When the police vehicle halted to stop the motorists, the 2 motorcycles suddenly stopped, and the 3 men jumped off, throwing 2 large, bulky plastic bags over the bridge into the river. The men attempted to escape, but the officers apprehended one of them, later identified as Karen Lane, a 23-year-old unemployed resident of 1 Mile Extension, Vismar. The police retrieved the 2 bulky plastic bags from the river. Upon inspection in the presence of Karen Lane, the bags were found to contain a quantity of leaves, seeds, and stems suspected to be cannabis. The suspected cannabis was weighed in Lane's presence and amounted to 25.2 kilograms, 55.556 pounds. Karen Lane was placed into custody at the Vismar police station, pending charges. Firearm and ammunition found during raid. At about 6:28 HRS this morning, police conducted an intelligence-led operation on the Albion Public Road in front of the Albion police station. During this operation, they stopped and searched a Toyota Premio motorcar, registration number HD2128, and discovered an unlicensed firearm and 7 rounds of matching ammunition. The vehicle was driven by Selwyn Gray, a taxi driver from Leeds Village, Correntine Burbis. Otis Victor, a farmer from Nunny Village, Correntine Burbis, was the lone passenger. During the search, police found a black plastic bag in the right side driver's door. The bag contained a .38 revolver and 7 live matching rounds of ammunition. Both suspects were arrested and taken into custody at Albion Police Station. The firearm and ammunition were lodged, and the vehicle was impounded at the station. Investigations are ongoing. GDF ranks remanded on narcotics charge. 2 Guyana Defense Force, GDF, ranks were intercepted and arrested on Saturday with 316 pounds of narcotics during a successful intelligence-led police operation. They were charged today with possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking. Edward Mac Colmont, a 40-year-old GDF rank from Caneville, East Bank Demerara, and John Johnson, a 24-year-old GDF rank from Timeri Docks, East Bank Demerara, were apprehended on Saturday, July 27, 2024. They were charged today with possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking. Both defendants appeared at the Georgetown Magistrates Court before Principal Magistrate Ms. Judy Latchman. After the charge was read to them, they both pleaded not guilty and were remanded to prison until Monday, August 19, 2024. Man 31, dies in collision at Montrose. Akeem Lewis, a 31-year-old resident of Buxton, East Coast Demerara, ECD, died on Tuesday morning following a collision with a minibus on the Montrose Public Road, ECD. The accident occurred at approximately 09:57 HRS while Lewis was driving motorcar PAF 9125. According to a statement from police headquarters, Lewis was traveling west on the northern lane of the road at a high speed when he lost control of the vehicle and swerved. This led to a collision with minibus BAH 1874, driven by a 57-year-old from Airy Hall, Mahayakoni. The impact caused Lewis' car to topple several times before coming to a halt. He was promptly picked up and taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he was admitted with multiple injuries. Despite receiving medical attention, Lewis succumbed to his injuries at around 15:05 HRS. The driver of the minibus is currently in police custody, assisting with the ongoing investigation. AFC calls for independent investigation into allegations of corruption in Guyana police force. The Alliance for Change, AFC, is urging the government of Guyana to conduct a thorough independent investigation into allegations of corruption within the Guyana Police Force, GPF. Former Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramjatan made this call during the party's weekly press conference on Friday, stressing the need for transparency and accountability. Ramjatan emphasized that police officers suspected of involvement in corruption should be placed on leave and should not participate in the promotion of other ranks to prevent rigged appointments, favoritism, and undeserving professional advancements. He stated, in view of these appalling, disgraceful developments in the police force, the Alliance for Change urges government to have an independent top-quality investigation done in relation to what happened, how come so much monies have gotten into the hands of these officers, and how were the contracts awarded. He further added, those suspected to be involved must be asked to go on leave forthwith, lest they interfere and pervert the investigation. The AFC also recommended that those implicated should not be involved in recommending promotions, suggesting that untainted officials should handle these responsibilities to ensure fairness. Ramjatan highlighted the critical role of the GPF as an unelected bureaucracy responsible for maintaining security and stability, asserting that the institution should be staffed with the best and brightest talent. He expressed concerns that corruption allegations are damaging the force's integrity, stating, "It seems with all the allegations being hurled around and the documents to support them in the media from whistleblowers, that the top post of the Guyana police force is highly coveted not because of a desire to serve and protect, but because these top posts open doors to extraordinary power and riches." The former AFC leader criticized the current administration's handling of the GPF, particularly in light of the significant revenue generated by the oil sector, arguing that the force should not be understaffed, underpaid, and under-equipped. He urged officials to focus on addressing prevalent issues such as gun violence, murders, robberies, and road fatalities instead of engaging in corrupt practices. Earlier this month, Assistant Commissioner Calvin Brutus proceeded on annual vacation leave following allegations of financial impropriety. According to a statement issued by the GPF, Brutus requested leave to facilitate an investigation into the corruption allegations, which was granted by Commissioner of Police Clifton Hicken. The statement read, consequent to allegations of financial impropriety leveled against Deputy Commissioner, AG, Calvin Brutus on social media and established media houses, Calvin Brutus has since requested permission to proceed on annualized vacation leave with immediate effect to facilitate an investigation in the best interest of the Guyana police force. The AFC's call for an independent investigation highlights the need for stringent measures to address corruption within the GPF and restore public trust in the institution. 50 ranks successfully completed CID course. The Guyana Police Force's Criminal Investigations Department, which is spread throughout the various regional police divisions, is expected to be strengthened soon, as over 50 ranks successfully completed the department's induction course yesterday, Monday, July 29, 2024. To commemorate the occasion, a small graduation ceremony was held at the Officers Training Center, Camp Road, where the participants were presented with certificates and special awards. Present at the ceremony were Deputy Commissioner Law Enforcement, AG, Mr. Wendell Blanham, Director of the GPF Academy, Woman Superintendent Sonia Herbert, Head of the Major Crimes Unit, Superintendent Mitchell Caesar, Head of the Criminal Records Office, Woman Assistant Superintendent Fiona Fredericks, Head of the Cybercrimes Unit, Assistant Superintendent Jared Cullen, Head of Crime Lab, Assistant Superintendent Ray Mercurius and Inspector Junior Blair, among other senior and junior officers. The course started on June 10, 2024, and lasted for seven weeks, during which the participants were exposed to core topics critical to conducting criminal investigations. The course consisted mainly of police ranks as well as personnel from the Guyana Defense Force, Guyana Fire Service, Guyana Prison Service, and the Ethnic Relations Commission. Woman Constable Abigail Abel was adjudged the best graduating student, while Constables Jared Harris and Anil Nareen took second and third place, respectively. They were all rewarded with trophies for their extra effort and outstanding performances during the course. The ranks who participated in the course were drawn from the various divisions and departments. They are expected to return to their respective stations, where they will be able to dispense the knowledge gained in the various areas to solve crimes and prevent and detect them. Crime Chief Wendell Blanham, during his address, welcomed the new detectives to the world of criminal investigations and reminded them that detective work is not for the faint-hearted and that under his command, meritocracy will be the key to their advancement in the department. Further detailing what it takes to be an efficient detective, Crime Chief Blanham stated, "CID work, it requires a combination of skills, including sharp intellect, keen observation, and excellent problem-solving skills." He urged the participants to apply the skills they would have gained from the course to their everyday work and to always go the extra mile in the fight against crime. Criminal endeavors threaten the rule of law, hence, to be effective in the fight against crime, you must go the extra mile, Crime Chief Blanham stated.